Good afternoon. My name is Tomas. I'm the Business Development Director for Wasteless. And it's an honor to be here sharing with you what we do about our mission to recapture 1 billion worth of food waste every week. So first of all, in an event with so much food, it's really hard to believe that we are really running out of it, right? Did you have enough food? Maybe you're a little bit sleepy for that. Anyway, the thing is, our food reserves are growing at a slower pace than our population, and we'll have to work really hard to either produce more or waste less. So, what do we know about food waste? We can get a lot of information from a quick online search. For example, every day we produce enough food to fill up 8 soccer stadiums, or we could feed 7 million people. Or we can also know that if food waste was considered itself a country, it would be the 3rd largest carbon dioxide emitter, right after China and the United States. But among all of these facts, there is only one I really wanted to remember, which is that every day we waste 40% of all our food, especially in the United States. This means also that all the resources used for its production, such as land, water, energy, they're also wasted. And when we look at the distribution of this food and how this waste goes, we see the following. A small amount is taken at the farm level due to pests, weather conditions, lack of storage space. Another small proportion is lost at the manufacturing level, leaving the 2 biggest categories, which are at the retail and the household levels. In the United States, this accounts for $57 billion wasted each year, which means $1 billion every week. And which also means that, on average, every single store is throwing away $2,300 of food waste every day. So probably I'm overwhelming with so much information, and we were the same when we founded Wasteless. So what we did was going out the streets of New York, as you can see here in our documentary, and see what we found there. And what we found was that it mainly involves perishable goods, such as dairy, meat, poultry, or prepared meals. And the interesting thing is that most of it was perfectly edible, and food that has not even expired. So when we get to try to analyze why this waste was generated, we arrived at a very vital finding. Now, let me ask you a question. When doing your grocery shopping, has any one of you ever been tempted to choose those products with the longest expiration date? Yes? Thank you. I did it myself also. And it's because, unfortunately, in today's reality, our food loses value the closer it gets to its expiration date, but its price remains the same. We see that we, as consumers, tend to always choose the products with the longest expiration date, even when we know that our intention is to consume it within a day or two. The science we know today, though, proves that a change in a product's price can increase our willingness to purchase a product with a shorter expiration date by 30 to 40% once it has changed its price. Our solution to this problem is Wasteless. Wasteless lets supermarkets price and sell their products based on their freshness. This means that consumers can now walk down the aisle, browse fully stocked shelves, and choose how much they want to pay based on the expiration date. So, for example, they can pay a fraction of a price for a product that will expire in a day or two, or pay the normal, regular price for a product that will expire in 2 or 3 weeks. Now, not only we are able to recapture those lost sales revenues opportunity for food waste, but by applying dynamic pricing, we are also able to increase sales for supermarkets by being able to sell, for example, products for customers who couldn't afford them before, or sell more complementary or tail products. And when we look at other industries and see how they price their products, we almost always see the use of dynamic pricing. So, for example, when we are looking for a flight or a hotel, we pay based on how many bookings are available or how many people are looking for the exact same service. Or, for example, when we order an Uber, we pay based on how many drivers are available or how many people are looking for a ride in that exact moment. So the question that comes to mind is, why are groceries not following the same path? And the answer actually comes into something invented in the early 70s called barcodes, and tends to be that these barcodes know nothing about the product but only their name. With Wasteless, we use unique RFID tags that stores information about the product, such as UPC code, expiration date, price ID, and location. And with this information, we apply those tags to every single item using our RFID gun, which makes this operation very easy and very smooth. So by applying these tags, the sales associate can have real-time information of how fast a product is moving at the shelf, or when something is missing and the consumer wants to buy. So the consumer will grab the item, take it to the checkout, and an RFID scanner will detect the product and will assign the correct price, and will also update the remaining stock at the shelf. So how does the pricing engine work? Whenever we see that something is not moving fast enough, we deploy our pricing engine that takes into account over 40 factors, including supply and demand behavior. In addition, we have a machine learning module that also learns from out-of-stock instances from the past, and is constantly increasing intelligence on consumer buying patterns. We then deliver this price to the consumers using electronic shelf labels that not only makes it very easy to change the prices as they communicate remotely, but can also be fully integrated with e-commerce platforms. So if RFID is not something new, you might be asking, why is it that supermarkets are not using this technology? The truth is that over 10 years ago, supermarkets started investing and betting on this technology, and it actually gave good results as regards out-of-stock instances or inventory optimization. But for some reasons, these projects were discontinued. So with Wasteless, we are targeting at this problem in a very different way. First of all, we are the first one that we are applying RFID tags to an item level, when before it was only at a pallet level. We are also unique in our business model, combining dynamic pricing and food waste. And besides, there are a couple market trends that are helping us. For example, RFID technologies are dropping its prices dramatically. We have also improved our big data and machine learning capabilities technologically in the world, so we can have better demand prediction models. And then we have increased in the world regulations on food waste. For example, in France or in Italy, supermarkets are getting banned for throwing away food. So we are a team of entrepreneurs with business, developer, and engineering backgrounds. Wasteless was founded in Israel in 2016, and we have worked together in a couple of different big data analytics companies. So far, we have 5 different patents filed regarding our technology. We are raising the second round of venture capital. We are fully working on hardware and software for our pilot program in Israel, in one of the biggest grocery chains. And in the United States, we are developing partnership programs with different grocery chains also, after being selected in FoodX Acceleration Program. And we are also selected among the RFID Innovator Database, among the leading companies tackling food waste. So by now, I wanted to show you a short video of our product so that you can have a better idea of what is this all about. There we go.
What if groceries could be priced based on how fresh they were, and no food was ever thrown away or out of stock? What if a store could use the Internet of Things, or rather the Internet of Groceries, to give their shoppers the perfect experience? Well, now they can. Introducing Wasteless. Now, just walk into the store, go down an aisle, browse fully stocked shelves, and choose how much you want to pay based on the product's expiration date. The closer it is to expiration, the cheaper it'll be. Making dinner tomorrow night? Save money with the cheaper product while helping to save food. Stocking for the holiday? Pay the regular price for an extended shelf life product. When you go to checkout, the system will pull the right price automatically. With Wasteless's smart RFID price tags, dynamic pricing, and waste tracking technologies, stores can now sell more and waste less. If an item is almost out of stock, the store is alerted. If an item has been on the shelf for too long, the price can be reduced. With Wasteless, stores can recapture the $1 billion of lost grocery revenues each week. And this isn't just good for the store. Wasting less food means a better and more sustainable shopping experience, which is ultimately good for the planet. It's time to leverage the Internet of Groceries to make stores more efficient, save shoppers money, and in the end, waste less food.
Did you like it? Okay. So basically, Wasteless gives a triple win solution. We provide better prices for consumers, we give supermarkets increased sales, and we keep our planet a better and greener place. So thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much, and let's turn trash into cash. Thank you.